Welcome to Echoes of Faith, where stories of hope, grace, and redemption come to life. Each story is a journey of faith, a testament to the power of God's love, and a reminder that no one is ever too far from His grace. Today's story follows Lacey, a single mother facing overwhelming challenges after her husband abandons the family. With nowhere else to turn, she places her future in God's hands. What follows is a touching reminder that His answers often come in ways we never expect. Lacey Morgan never imagined that one goodbye could change everything. When her husband walked out, he left behind more than an empty closet and unanswered questions. He left unpaid bills, overdue notices, and the crushing responsibility of raising 2 young children alone. Some nights, after Emma and Noah were asleep, Lacey sat at the kitchen table surrounded by stacks of envelopes. She carefully paid what she could, setting aside the rest with a whispered promise. Next month. But next month always seemed to bring another unexpected expense. Still, she refused to give up. Every morning she searched for work before walking Emma to school and dropping Noah off with a neighbor who watched children during the day. Every evening she returned home exhausted, praying God would somehow provide a way forward. One afternoon, after another interview that ended with, "We'll let you know," Lacey stopped by the small church she had attended since childhood. She slipped quietly into the last pew. There was no service, no music, only silence. She bowed her head. "Lord, I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this." Tears rolled down her cheeks. "I've done everything I know to do. I just need an opportunity. Not a miracle, just an opportunity." She remained there several minutes before quietly adding, "And whatever gift you've given me, help me use it." A week later, the phone rang. "Lacey Morgan?" "Yes?" "My name is Sarah Collins. I own Collins Family Restaurant. I'm looking at the application you dropped off last week." Lacey held her breath. "We've had someone leave unexpectedly. If you're still interested, I'd like for you to come in for an interview," Mrs. Collins said. "Today at 2. Relief washed over her. "I'll be there." Lacey got the job. The pay wasn't extraordinary. In fact, after rent, groceries, utilities, and childcare, there wasn't much left at the end of each month. But it was honest work. And for the first time in months, Lacey felt as though she could finally breathe. Sarah proved to be a fair employer. She expected everyone to work hard, but she treated every employee with kindness and respect. Within a few weeks, Lacey had settled into the rhythm of the restaurant. She greeted customers with a smile, memorized regular orders, and became known for never complaining, even during the busiest lunch rush. Then one ordinary Tuesday afternoon, her life changed. The lunch crowd had finally thinned. Lacey stood at the sink washing dishes while another waitress dried silverware beside her. Just then, Keisha Bowie, another employee, walked into the kitchen carrying an empty serving tray. She smiled the moment she saw Lacey. "Lacey, I want to thank you." Lacey looked up. "For what?" "For Olivia's butterfly birthday cake." A smile spread across Lacey's face. "Oh, I'm so glad she liked it," Keisha laughed. "Liked it? She didn't want anyone to cut it because she thought it was too pretty." The women laughed together. "I have to ask," Keisha continued, "where did you learn to bake like that?" Lacey shrugged modestly. "My mom. She loved baking. I guess I learned by watching her." Keisha shook her head. "Well, you've got a gift." She leaned against the counter. "I'm serious, Lacey. Parents kept asking me where I bought that cake." Lacey blinked. "They did?" "Oh, yes." They thought it came from one of those fancy bakeries downtown. Lacey laughed softly. Keisha smiled. It was nothing special. You told me Olivia loved butterflies, so I thought I'd surprise her. Well, I think you ought to do something with it. She paused for a moment. Our church anniversary is next month. I'd love for you to make a cake for the women group. Then she grinned. And while we're talking, what else do you bake? Lacey laughed softly. Cookies, pies, cupcakes, a little bit of everything. My mother used to say, every celebration deserves a taste of home. Keisha's eyes widened. Good, I'll call you tonight. We can talk about that church cake. That evening, after dinner, Lacey's phone rang just as Emma and Noah were helping clear the table. It was Keisha. I hope I'm not calling too late. Not at all, Lacey replied with a smile. I talked with the ladies from church. They love the idea. They'd like you to make a 3-tier cake for our women's anniversary banquet. Lacey froze. A 3-tier cake? Keisha laughed. I knew you'd say that. You can do it. I've seen what you can do. Lacey glanced at the calendar hanging on the refrigerator. When is the banquet? 3 weeks, Lacey smiled. Then tell them I'd be honored. Lacey lowered her phone and stood quietly for a moment. Mommy, Emma said. Lacey smiled. I just got my very first cake order. Emma clapped her hands in excitement. Noah grinned. Can I lick the frosting bowl? Lacey laughed. We'll see. Over the next several evenings, their tiny apartment kitchen became a place of joyful activity. While Emma carefully arranged the baking supplies, Noah proudly carried measuring cups to the counter, convinced he was Mommy's most important helper. Flour dusted the countertop. The sweet aroma of vanilla drifted through the apartment. Soft worship music played from a small radio while Lacey worked with quiet determination. For the first time in months, over the next several evenings, their tiny apartment kitchen became a place of joyful activity. While Emma carefully arranged the baking supplies, Noah proudly carried measuring cups to the counter, convinced he was Mommy's most important helper. Flour dusted the countertop. The sweet aroma of vanilla drifted through the apartment. Soft worship music played from a small radio while Lacey worked with quiet determination. For the first time in months, she wasn't thinking about overdue bills. She was thinking about possibilities. When the cake was finally finished, she stepped back and admired it. Elegant white buttercream, fresh flowers, delicate piping around each tier. Emma's eyes grew wide. It's beautiful, Lacey smiled. I hope they think so too. 2 days after the banquet, Keisha burst through the restaurant doors wearing the biggest smile Lacey had ever seen. There she is. Several customers turned to look. Lacey laughed. Should I be worried? Worried? Keisha shook her head. Girl, those ladies would not stop talking about your cake. She lowered her voice. Before the evening was over, 3 women asked for your cell number. Lacey stared at her. They did? They sure did. And one of them wants a birthday cake next month. Another waitress walking by smiled. I heard about that cake too. Before long, another order came. Then another. Some wanted birthday cakes. Others asked for cupcakes, pies, or cookies. Every evening after finishing her shift at the restaurant, Lacey hurried home, tied on her apron, and baked late into the night. It wasn't easy. She was tired. Some mornings she wondered how she would make it through another day, but each order reminded her of the prayer she had whispered in the quiet church. I just need an opportunity. God had answered. Not all at once. One cake at a time. Several weeks later, Sarah stopped Lacey as she was leaving for the evening. "Lacey, do you have a minute?" "Of course," Sarah smiled. "People keep coming into my restaurant asking where they can buy one of your cakes." Lacey laughed softly. "I've been wondering how they keep finding me." Sarah nodded. "I have an idea." She pointed toward an empty refrigerated display near the front counter. "If you're interested, I'd be happy to sell your cakes here." For a moment, Lacey couldn't speak. Just a few months earlier, she had walked through those same front doors, praying for a job. Now those doors were opening to something she had never imagined. Tears filled her eyes. "I'd love that." It didn't happen overnight, but little by little, Lacey's cakes became as familiar to the restaurant's customers as the daily lunch specials. People stopped by to order birthday cakes. Churches placed orders for events. Families celebrated anniversaries with cakes made in Lacey's little kitchen. One Saturday morning, Emma stood beside the display case watching a customer carry away one of her mother's cakes. She slipped her small hand into Lacey's. "Mommy?" Lacey looked down. "Remember when you asked God to help us?" Lacey smiled. "I remember." Emma looked back at the empty space in the display case where the cake had been. God answered. Lacey gently squeezed her daughter's hand. "Yes, he did." She glanced toward heaven, her heart overflowing with gratitude. The Lord hadn't simply helped her pay the bills. He had taken a gift she almost overlooked and turned it into a future filled with hope. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Echoes of Faith. Until next time, may God bless you, and thank you for listening.
Thank you for joining us on this journey. Remember, no matter what fires we face, faith will always carry us through. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to leave a comment. Subscribe for more stories that inspire and uplift. This is Echoes of Faith, where every story brings hope. If today's story moved you, be sure to discover more heartfelt journeys in the Echoes of Faith series and uplift your spirit. Don't miss out on the next chapter. There's always more to uncover.